Relaxing can be a challenge, especially since we live in a constantly connected and fast-paced world. How do we escape the noise and the pressure of everyday modern life and finally find that much-needed moment of tranquility? Well, there's no one-size-fits-all answer to this question, as what works for one person may not work for another. For example, a few years ago, I was struggling with a lot of stress. I knew I needed to find a way to relax and ease my mind, so I started to look for solutions. One of the things people suggested was meditation. I was a bit skeptical at first, but I was willing to give it a try. To my surprise, I actually felt pretty good while meditating. The calmness and serenity I felt was a welcome break from the constant chaos in my head. However, despite my initial success with meditation, it didn't end up working out for me in the long run. I found it difficult to carve out enough time in my schedule to practice regularly, and it often took me at least 15 minutes to just get into a somewhat relaxed state. And apart from that, and I feel very bad while saying this, but it just became, well, boring. Meditation turned into something I didn't want it to do, and it started to feel like a chore. So I started to look into new ways to relax and unplug without me having to do nothing, and with a more immediate effect. But before we dive into these alternative relaxation methods, let's start with a simple and quick test to rate your current stress level. Consider the following questions and answer them with either yes or no. 1. Are you feeling overwhelmed with current responsibilities or tasks? 2. Are you having trouble sleeping or concentrating? 3. Are you feeling physically tense or experiencing headaches, fatigue, or muscle pain? 4. Are you quick to snap or feel irritable? 5. Have you noticed changes in your eating habits, such as overeating or loss of appetite? Based on your answers, let's calculate your current stress level. If you answered yes to 0 or 1 questions, your stress level is low. You're doing good in finding balance. If you answered yes to 2 to 3 questions, your stress level is moderate. You should probably start to unwind and relax ASAP. If you answered yes to 4 or more questions, your stress level is high. You should prioritize self-care and relax now. Obviously, this test is not a substitute for professional advice, but I thought it would be cool to shine some light on your current situation, just to check to what degree you might need to prioritize self-care and stress management. What if we knew we had a higher stress level than we would want? What are things that we can do right now? Well, before we do anything at all, we need to fully commit to unwinding and relaxing. Because did you know, one common mistake people make when trying to relax is not setting aside dedicated time for it? People often try to relax while multitasking, such as watching TV, scrolling on their phones, checking emails, or answering texts. However, relaxation will be more effective when you give it your full attention and allow yourself to disconnect from distractions and fully focus on the activity that can help you fully unwind. This was very true for me personally too. As an entrepreneur, I find it very difficult to truly unwind and relax, since the demands of work are always present. And there always seems to be something to do, something to fix or respond to, and that is why I work from Monday till Sunday. Since I don't have any days off like people with a normal work life, I had to actively plan and make the time to disconnect me from my daily to-do list. What really worked for me personally was connecting to my friends and family while doing activities I really enjoy. When meeting with friends or family, I actively put my phone away and turn it upside down so I don't get triggered by any notifications that might pop up. Overall, just trying to maintain a healthy work-life balance, which means making time for hobbies, for friends, for family, helped me feel more fulfilled and significantly reduced my stress. However, before I committed to actively planning fun things to do while connecting to people, I found solace on being physically active on my own first. Being physically active in general has been proven to help reduce stress by releasing endorphins, which are natural mood boosters, and by reducing levels of cortisol, the stress hormone. Regular exercise can also help improve sleep, increase feelings of relaxation, and overall well-being. On a daily basis, I take at least one longer walk of 45 to 60 minutes. But apart from my daily walk, I also exercise. For the people who already know I'm a health and fitness expert, this may not sound like a big surprise. I taught myself the habit of exercising on a weekly basis before adding my long walks into the mix. Weight training, or in other words, resistance training, specifically has been my preferred method of getting out of my head and into my body, since you need to be able to fully focus on moving and contracting specific muscle fibers without other parts of the body taking over. This activity really gets me in a meditative state, which is ironic since this whole video is about how to relax without meditation. After being physically active, I could get back to work and my body feeling totally relaxed. But remember, finding your preferred way of relaxation is a personal journey and may take some time. It's important to just be patient with yourself and try new things so you can understand what works best for you. Also, keep in mind that what might work one time might not work for another. This means you need more methods to relax, not just one. So, if you have creative ways that has helped you relax in the past, please do drop your example in the comment section below, because you never know who you can help with your suggestion. Also, if you're seeking ways to improve and balance your lifestyle, then consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. With actionable tips and inspiring stories, you'll gain the tools and motivation to live a fulfilling life. But back to more relaxation methods. While Googling for solutions, I found something so special. I can tell you that this method helps me relax instantly, seriously within 3 seconds. I've been using it for many years now, and it's called ASMR. ASMR stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response, and it's a technique that uses soft, gentle sounds and movements to induce a feeling of relaxation and calmness to the listener. Simply said, and pardon my ASMR attempts in this entire video, and I'm going to try to push it a little further now. It's basically a bunch of YouTube videos that vary from people whispering to softly speaking with soft hand gestures to crinkly sounds. However, a disclaimer is needed here. The first video I found was someone folding towels. Video following straight, nice aligned and this way. This video was so relaxing, but the second video I clicked on, geez, that was intense to say the least. So I do need to mention that a lot of ASMR artists do something that I really don't like whispering from left to right or making eating sounds. However, the ASMR artists that really did work for me on an instant level. So I would obviously recommend you to give it a shot. I will leave a few names in my description box down below so you don't get lost in this ASMR world. However, if ASMR is not your jam, you could give white noise a try, which is a monotonous and continuous noise like rain sounds or the sounds you hear while driving a car or flying an airplane. White noise blocks distracting mixed environmental noises, so it's also an awesome way to help you fall asleep and unplug from intense sounds around you. Let's suppose you are unable to enjoy ASMR or white noise. You can then try turning to more artistic pursuits. There was a time in my life where my stress level was at an all-time level high. It was a time where life felt like it was closing in on me. My mom was at the hospital at that time and I couldn't even bear being around people. Even regular television programs felt too triggering. And that was the moment I turned to a coloring book for adults. You know, the book with numbers, which are linked to specific colors. That was the only activity I could do to give me a sense of relief while waiting in the hallways of the intensive care. Coloring allowed me to focus on a simple, repetitive task while using my creativity, which helped me get away from stress and anxiety, even if it was just for a few minutes. Did you know coloring engages both right and left hemispheres of the brain, leading to a state of mindfulness and relaxation? Next to coloring, I turned to the piano. I had lessons as from the age of 10 to 12, if I'm not mistaken. One day, when coming home from being at the hospital all day, I saw the piano and I decided to give it a try. I turned to YouTube to find an easy beginner piano piece that could get me started. Playing an instrument requires concentration and focus, which can distract from daily stressors and lead to a state of mindfulness. And did you know making music can release endorphins, providing a sense of satisfaction and relaxation? Now, imagine you've been sitting all day in meetings and at your desk without taking any breaks, and you're slowly starting to feel your shoulders, your neck, and your back getting tighter and more stressed with the seconds. There's an easy solution without you having to leave your desk. Stretching can help relieve tension and promote relaxation. By taking just a few minutes to stretch, you can increase circulation, improve flexibility, and reduce stress in your muscles. To help you with this, I've developed a 3-minute stretching routine that you can do right at your desk, making it easy to feel refreshed and rejuvenated even during a busy workday. So don't just watch and actively try these stretches with me. Let's try the first stretch. Interlock your fingers behind your head and tuck your chin in. Now push the back of your head and the back of your elbows back. And if you can, turn from left to right while keeping your hips aligned and locked. Do this for 20 to 30 seconds. Let's try stretch number 2. Interlock your fingers behind your back and tuck your chin in. Now push your hand up to the ceiling and hold the stretch for 20 seconds. Let's try stretch number 3. Place the sides of your hands on the side of the pinky against a doorway. Extend your elbow. Tuck your chin in. Keep your abs engaged and now push yourself forward. Hold this stretch for 20 to 30 seconds. Finding ways to unwind is a key element in taking care of yourself. Now, a problem you might run into is the overwhelming amount of information and conflicting advice available on how to take care of yourself in general. So click on the screen and I'm going to walk you through what self-care is and where to start. Thank you so much for watching.